The river had turned red, not with blood alone, but with light. Riku stood chest deep in the rushing current, fists raw, his veins glowing faintly with ember fire. Each breath came ragged, torn between fury and exhaustion. The cursed had retreated, their whispers fading back into the fog, but it wasn't victory, it was silence before a storm. The Kitsune crouched on the bank, her tails dim and heavy, foxfire reduced to faint flickers. She watched him with worry shadowing her golden eyes. "Riku," her voice was hoarse. "The ember is changing you." He didn't answer. His chest heaved. His fists clenched until blood dripped into the water. The ember's throb was louder than her words. "Break them. Break it all. You are not enough until you are fire." The rage burst from his throat in a roar. He staggered to the bank, seized the ember from the stone bowl, and hurled it into the earth. The ground split. The river shook, water rushing away as if fleeing. Cracks spiderwebbed across the clearing, glowing molten red. Ash spewed into the air. The forest groaned like a wounded beast. The Kitsune's eyes widened. "What have you done?" Riku staggered back, chest burning. I broke it." But the ember hadn't broken. It had awoken something beneath. The earth split open, and from the wound rose a colossal figure bound in chains of glowing metal. Its body was stone and ash, its chest burning with the same ember fire that writhed in Riku's veins. Its head was vulpine, jagged and cracked, eyes like molten suns, the war spirit. The air vibrated with its growl, a sound that shook the trees and crushed the breath in their lungs. Chains dug into its limbs, binding it to the earth. But even bound, it towered above the forest, claws dragging furrows through the ground. The Kitsune whispered, This is what came before us, the first flame. The one who burned the veil." The war spirit's head turned, its molten eyes fixing on them. "Thieves." The chains shattered. The war spirit surged forward, and the forest screamed. Riku was thrown back as a claw slammed into the riverbank, tearing stone like parchment. He scrambled to his feet, spearless fists clenched. Every instinct screamed to run, but the ember burned inside him, demanding he fight. "Riku, no!" The Kitsune cried, flames bursting at her hands. "We can't defeat this." But he was already moving. With a roar, he charged the war spirit, leaping onto its arm. His fists pounded against molten cracks in its skin, each strike bursting with ember fire. The spirit howled, swatting at him like an insect, but he clung on, slamming his fists into its body with rage-fueled strength. The Kitsune unleashed foxfire, arcs of searing flame wrapping around the giant's head. The forest lit up in a storm of fire and shadow. The war spirit roared, claws lashing. A single swing sent Riku flying through the trees, splintering trunks as he crashed to the ground. Pain tore through his body, blood flooding his mouth. He staggered to his knees, spitting red, and roared back at the titan. "Is that ale?" The ember flared in his veins, brighter than